There's only one way to defeat the puppet master, and that is to inform
Indeed.
the child.
Tell the child that it is a story.
It is a story. And what do
That's
we
the
do with
key.
stories? That's the key. So now the child has the capacity and the ability to be objective. Differentiate, right? I do understand this is a story. I do understand there are some truths. There are some lies. I have to use, my,
critical
whatever.
thinking.
Yeah, my critical thinking to differentiate and critically think and understand and be smart about what the conclusion I come to is. And so when I see a grown man at 50 years old who I went to school with using a story that is literally one after the other clips of violence, right?
And a picture.
Yeah.
And watching the masses buy into the story that he painted.
And not correcting his point of view, because his point of view was the media is pushing a narrative that is not equal and just. Because what he's saying is they're showing that we're victims, but they're not showing our struggle. And that's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's of course. That's, I mean, like you said, it's actually whack and simplified. And here it is. Now, for anybody listening, or the example you gave, if you don't understand context,
right,
they'll think you're saying that's what you're upset because he's showing, that he's a white guy.
Right.
Well, they'll simplify it to that.
Right.
The context is that you're really addressing, and why you chose this quote is just the misuse of storytelling.
Misuse of story.
And how detrimental it can be for anybody, on quote unquote, if you even want to say either side, which is really the bullshit, because at the end of the day, the goal should be not to have sides to a degree.
Right.
And once we become aware of the storyteller, now we can recognize the fact that's why we have sides. It's because of the goddamn storyteller.
It's the storyteller. Exactly.
Like,
it is.
It would be so unnecessary to even be doing that.
Yes.
Because to a degree, he's recognizing that the media is putting a slant. I'll give him that much credit, but to turn around and do the same thing is not a full recognition of what's being done to you. So if you fall into the media's trap,
to complain,
you're really falling into the trap.
Yeah, to complain about what you turn around and actually do is it's idiot. It's I called him. I said you're an idiot, bro. You're a 100% stupid ass idiot. I didn't hold back. I was like, just that. I just was very frank.
I respect it, because what happens is he'll, because what happens is individually he'll just feel the attack without understanding that the attack is right now. What you just did created the exact divisiveness that you just railed against. So therefore, if you can't understand that, if I try to dialogue with you and you can't understand that, then you're being ignorant, because you're adding to fire. And it's the last thing that we need currently as we're trying to navigate and figure out an America where clearly the last few years have been nothing but divisive. And so are we going to continue to feed into that narrative by using the same tactics? That's just stupid. It's ridiculous. I respect it. And so, that's what
I understand
that moment.